So I just left visiting my mom. And while I was there, I put some oil on her um, that my guides had told me to put on her to welcome her back to us. And they had me put it in certain places. I was led to do this. So I did that. And as I'm doing that, my mom is reacting. She's making faces and things like that. Now I know that they say medically, they say that sometimes people have unintentional movements when they're in the state that she's in. But I wanted to know, is it intentional or unintentional? Like what's going on with the movements? Because she smiled and she smirked, and her eyes were moving a lot, and I needed to know, is that intentional or unintentional? Now I know I'm holding space for my mom to return to us, but it really is her decision. But I still needed to know. So I wanted to talk to my guides. Now, I was not in the room alone. So just being conscious of that, I couldn't, you know, just do everything I would normally do if I was at home. But I had a little moment where I could kind of grab a little corner of the room, sort of like by her bed. Um, Not the corner, but like by her bed, by myself, where no one could see what I was doing because someone drew close a curtain. And I didn't have my pendulum with me. And I couldn't really go into a full meditative state in the room, but I wanted some quick answers. So I looked in my bag and I had my headset, this. So, and they have magnets. So I put them together. I'll show you what I did. I put them together and I connected them to make them, the magnets, to make them a little weighty. And I wrapped this around my hand like this. And then I held my hand like this. And I asked the pendulum, I treated it like and said, show me yes. It's doing it now. And I asked it, show me no. It's doing it even as I'm just explaining it, right? So I was able to have a little conversation with my guides using my headphones as my pendulum. This goes to show you that really this power that we have to communicate, this ability that we have to communicate with our spirit guides, you don't need anything fancy. I literally used my headset, my here, because I wanted to be certain. Yes, I do receive downloads, um, but I always double check my downloads, with my guides. But I just wanted, for me and my practice, where I am today, the most surefire way that I have to know what message I'm receiving is with my pendulum. That's my primary um, tool for divination and communication. And I was able to ask in just my hand, use my hand, and it gave me yes and no. Anyway, that is just a lesson or a tip for all of you who are looking to get into this, to talk to your spirit guides. We literally all can do this. We literally all can do it. I don't advertise, but if you reach out to me and you need help, I will help you. You can book a session with me. That's not my main thing, but I do work with people privately. But anyway, you literally can use anything. It's funny because then I got back to my car and I forgot that I had these. This is a lapis lazuli and this is an amethyst. I could have used these. I forgot all about it. But on the fly, I use my headset. The magic is you. The magic is me. The magic is our intention, right? What do you intend? It's like when you pray. In the Bible, they talk about when two or more gather my name and come together in prayer. This is the same thing here. Those When you gather together, it's your intention for your prayer. So when I'm talking to my spirit guides, what is my intention? I can just bring my intention. I bring myself to it, and I can use anything. I used a headset. That's how simple this is. And I love that I see so many more people embracing this gift that we all have. We all have the ability to talk to spirit. I love seeing it, particularly Black women. Not trying to exclude anyone, but in particular, in the Christian faith that that a lot of Black people are raised under, in the Black church, you would never talk about these things. You would never talk about your ancestors or divinating, and being a witch. You would never talk about that. And I'm seeing a lot more of that on this app. But also, I just wanted to share this as a way to encourage all of you to try it for yourself and keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate it. Because if I could talk to my spirit guides sitting next to my mom in a bed using a set of headphones, everybody can do it. Like, it doesn't get more simple and basic than that. I didn't even have a pendulum board. I just had my hand that I used and said, show me yes, show me no, and then I asked the questions. So I just wanted to share that before I started on my drive home. Okay, bye.